Hello, this is Ben Masonheimer with Silver Seas Yachts, and today I'd like to show you a very cool trade-in that we've just received here at our Newport Beach office. This is a 2022 Tiara Yachts 48LS. Let's go ahead and check her out. Alright, here she is. This is a 2022 Tiara Yachts 48LS. It's powered by triple V12 Mercury Verados. Awesome motors, quietest outboards I've ever been involved with. And as you can see, if you can see underwater there, how the drives are splayed out in a couple different directions there. Only the lower units on these motors turn. The rest of it just stays fixed, just like this. One of my favorite features of these motors is that you don't have a outboard well, so you can walk straight across. And you can do fun things like this. So these outboards can be serviced in the water for the first 1,000 hours. All your service points are just right here. You have storage under the seating area, and this seating area spins and the backrests go forward and back. It does a lot of fun things. We're going to go ahead and jump back off, and we're going to come in through this really nice boarding door. So the cockpit on this boat is immense. Just a great cockpit. You have this amazing table here. Storage under both of these seats. And this is some very plush upholstery. We have speakers here, cup holders, boarding gates. Let me show you how these backrests work. So you can stop at any point or you can go all the way. I personally like it right about there. Okay, so now let's say it's time for dinner and you want to bring this seating closer to the table. We can spin this whole module around, and now we can set right up to our table and dinner for 6 is served. What an awesome setup. Okay, so we've lowered our terrace deck here. We've spun around our aft module, and let's go ahead and see what that does for us. Like I was showing you before, you can now belly up to the table. Dinner for 6 is definitely doable here. You have a seating area facing aft. When you rotate it, it opens up even more deck space here than you had before. But yeah, what a cool option. This thing is stout, steady, feels very well made, and it has a massive ladder that comes out here with about 5 rungs on it that drops straight down. And it has some little handles on it that you push down on, it levels out, and then you can slide it back in. Pretty easy to do. They're covered now, but you have floor lockers here on either side, and those are macerated. There's also more floor lockers here, another one on the other side. Okay, so now we're stepping up onto our galley deck. We have quite a few things to check out here. Here's a Vitrifrigo refrigerator. You have another one on the bottom. This is your freezer just here, a little bit of storage, heat and air conditioning. You have our ice maker in here. Other side is all of our storage. Here's our Kenyan electric barbecue. Our sinks across the way. And when you're done with that, you can watch the game. You also have more storage to either side. And then we have this beautiful seat here. Kind of a jump seat, but beautifully executed. And then storage again to either side of it. So what a great area. Here's our helm. We have plenty of seating for 4. Beautifully appointed seats. Nice armrests there. You have footrests on either side. You have the footrests down here, but you also have this whole step that's held up magnetically that adds about 8 inches of height. The seat is power forward and back. You've got nice handholds. Here's our Fusion Apollo 770. It's a very nice unit, and you can control it via Wi-Fi or Bluetooth and run music from your phone. We have a lot of Garmin screens. These are the 8600 series. This one is showing your Seakeeper 6 controls. Then we have engine data, and look at this guy, this 24-inch Garmin 8624. What a beautiful thing. All of your switching is very nicely laid out. Here's your buttons to close the door again. And this beautiful teak wood is just a gorgeous helm, great view, plenty of light, but you can also block it out. You have light bars on the top of the boat, and those are controlled here, and then you get a lot of your engine data just through this screen here. Here's your joystick. You have a tilting helm, Garmin grid controller, Mercury smart throttles with lots of little buttons to play with. But really you just put it in auto trim, and this is how you start and stop it, and if you do want to trim it, you can do it here. Trim tabs, and then there's your bow thruster. If we step out to the other side, we have this step going up and forward. We can look down on our bow, but we can also see what's up here. We have a black oak light bar. We have a spotlight. We have a FLIR forward-looking infrared camera. We have two fancy antennas that you push a button at the helm and they fold down. Then we have our Garmin 48-mile array radar, and the Glomex here is Wi-Fi boosting. So it's going to boost Wi-Fi or cellular signal. Rod holders on either side, and then we have our steaming light, which also folds down when you fold your VHF antennas. Let's go ahead and check out the cabin. Okay, so as we step down in here, we have this control paddle. It allows us to turn our batteries on and off all at once, or we can do them individually. Here we just have a logo and a clock. Here's our system monitor, bilge alarms, water level, state of charge, waste pump out, waste tank, voltage. And then here's your shore power, so you switch from shore to gen just here, and you can start and stop your generator from here. We have some light switches. Here's a hanging locker, and you have your inverter controls and extra generator controls in there. Very nice hanging locker, I might add. It goes down, and you have these shelves here. Little trash can. Convection oven microwave. More storage all throughout this area. Here's your TV. This was pre-wired and it has Apple TV, so it was done from the factory with Apple TV. Here's our bed, very large bed. Headroom in here is excellent. Plenty of natural light, but this does black out. We have wireless chargers on either side of the bed, reading lamps, accent lighting. Here's our panel just here. Seakeeper control, Apple TVs, air conditioning control, stereo, ignitions, 120 panel, DC panel here. And then we have more storage down below. I also really like this storage area. Moving aft to our head. Here's our head. So real nice shower with adjustable shower head, vacuum flush toilet, teak floors throughout, and just beautiful fixtures. We have storage below and behind the head. Here's our midship stateroom. Teak throughout. So these beds are, well, they're probably about 7 feet long. Storage on either side and below them. Here's filler cushions that make both of them into one bed. You have wireless charging there between the beds, and a little nightstand with some lights, some reading lights, and some 110 outlets. So yeah, really cozy, very cool little room here. Moving forward to our bow, this rail here, it's probably 30 feet long. It's just a thing of beauty. Can you imagine whale watching with your family just here? You also have them up above. As we move forward, we see these little hooks. Your sunshade for the bow hooks in here, and there's 3 rods that click into the gunnels, and you have a big sun sail that goes out over this area. So the table goes up and down. Right now I have it all the way up. You can see here we have 3 facing forward, but you can also put a 4th there with your feet up. Storage under this area, and then all the way around the bow. Up front we have a windlass anchor with foot controls. And let's go ahead and lower this table, and I'll show you a few other cool things that it does. All right, so we've lowered the table, raised the footrest, and now we have this amazing lounge to hang out on, get some sun, or put up your sunshade and not get some sun. What I can tell you about these boats, though, is that the torque of the V12 engines makes it to where if you are riding up there at speed, you're not going to get bounced around because the boat just really holds itself at a really nice angle of attack. All right, I'm going to spin this back around, and then we'll go check out the machinery space. I'm now down in the machinery room of the boat. I've lifted out the ladder to give me better access. There it is. Here's our Seakeeper 6 gyro stabilizer. If you've not experienced these, this is an absolutely amazing invention right here. And a boat of this caliber, it's an absolute must. Here's our Kohler generator. Then we have our main DC panel that you basically leave all this on. Here's our battery chargers, water heater, batteries, and just look how clean this is. We have our outboard automatic flush system right there. So yeah, all very tidy and looks very good to me.